Hey guys, Boomslang here. I wanted to touch on the rune making, runes, relics, and soul making videos that have been going around recently. Obviously, most of the videos show you how to make a lot of money by buying out the runes and gambling, and some of them show you that you buy the artifacts, break them down, but most of the videos show like the more higher end and you need a lot of money to do it. So what I've worked out, just by playing around on the market, if you search for artifact tier 4, just leave it at that, and try and buy any relic component that you would need for a recipe. So let's just go to a recipe quickly. We'll just pick one here. So obviously there you go, you need the lost crossbow mechanism, plus those materials in order to make the weeping repeater. So what you're doing is buying out the component relics, and I've roughly calculated, so don't quote me, do your maths, do your research. But basically if you buy as many as you can under 1,500, and then take them to, I should have bought 2 there, take them to the rune relic soul guy, and then break them all down, you get a return value, and then also you get the runes in this case, because we're buying lower tier items, and you get a nice chunk of change back from the breakdown, and then you can also go ahead and gamble them, and hopefully you get lucky and get some of the higher tier ones. We're doing it with tier 4 runes, so it's the absolute bare minimum to buy artifact items. So you're not guaranteed to make a lot of money by doing this. You obviously, if you buy the souls or relic items and they're cheap, then you'll make more money. And obviously, if you go into random dungeons as well, keep all of your relics and runes and souls, no matter what tier they are. Just keep them, because you can always go to the rune guy and upgrade them, or you can use them to gamble with. So whenever you're doing random dungeons, just keep everything. Don't get rid of it. I was for a long time just coming back from a run and selling everything. Selling absolutely everything, either on a sell or a sell order. One of the two, sell order. So it's worth keeping them, because you've spent, an hour, 2 hours going into a random dungeon, and you're coming out with all of these nice items, runes, relics, souls. You may as well keep the runes, relics, and souls, because you can use them to gamble with, and you may get twice the amount of money back if you get a lucky roll. It just depends. So I have no idea in this video if I'm going to make more money than I'm spending, but I'm just going to give it a shot, and I'm going to show you the results. So I'm going to need an ox as well, so I need to buy an ox to do the carrying back. But basically I'm just trying to buy as many as I can under the 1,500. I haven't worked out the pricing for tier 5, but I'd say if it's under 2,500, you should be kind of okay. It just depends, because obviously tier 4 and tier 5 are so similar, you're not going to be making a load more money just because you've gone up to tier 5. It's really tier 6 and tier 7 onwards that you start to see quite a large jump in the items and how much money you're making versus what you're spending. So all of these were roughly 1,400-ish. I should have actually calculated all of that, but it's fine. We'll just do 1,400 times 40. So I've roughly spent 56k. What I might do is I might look at in the recording, my starting capital versus what it is right now, do a quick calculation and put it up on screen now. So we're not overweight, so what we'll do, we'll head over and we will break down the items, and we will see how much cash we get back. And then once I've calculated what we've spent, what we got back, you know, that gives you your first indication. So we want to go to salvage, put that in, put that in, put that in, and put that in. So we're getting back, let's say, 12,700, give or take. And if I worked out, it's like 56k roughly, but we'll do the correct calculation. So we're getting back about one fifth of what we spent just from the salvage alone. So we salvage that down, and then we select tier 4, the rune, and we do random. That way we get the option of the hunter, the mage, and the warrior all in the one. So it's a wider pool. I don't know if it's better or not. You know, if you work out that one of these is super expensive and you want to purely focus on it, you can. But the general consensus is pick random, or any, and just meld. You just keep melding, and then we'll go back and we'll see how much we've made. You know, it's a risk. It is technically gambling, and you're just hoping that you get the best item in the pool and that you make more than you've spent. So if I can come away from this making over 56k average, then I will have, you know, won on the gamble. At the moment, I'm not seeing anything that I remember as being super pricey. So that's it done. So we're going to go back and we're going to see what the sell orders are like. Now the next option you can kind of do is break down any of the cheap stuff. Anything under 1,500 you could break it down again. But we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14 items, but we had 40. So it is a pure gamble, because obviously when you're selling, that's under the just over what we spent. This one just over again. These two again, we bought them cheaper, so that's just a little bit over. That one's just a little bit over. So that's a better one, because that's quite a fair bit over what we would have paid for. But we want the really expensive ones, which I'm not seeing that we've got any. 4,300, so that's a bit better. 1,500, 2,298. There we go. So we got one for 15,900. So if we'd managed to get like 14 of these, then we would have more than made our money back. It didn't work out that way. So what I'm trying to say is, you know, you can make money doing it this way. And obviously if you just farm out these items or any of these that you get in runs and you just keep them and they're not the expensive part, it just means that you're going to make a lot more money because you're not spending anything. So I'm just trying to show you the method that you can use that everybody else is making videos about, trying to show you, you know, you can do this, you can do that. There's loads of money in it. There's only loads of money in it if you get lucky. It's purely luck based. So try this out, see what you guys think. I'm just going to quickly stop the video, sell all of this, and we'll come back once I've sold the item. Okay guys, so I've reviewed the footage from the start. So from the amount of money I had to start from when I'd finished purchasing the 40 artifacts, I'd spent 58k. Then I got 12.7k in salvage, and I realised now that I have to wait for these. I'm not just going to get an instant sale because I've put sell orders on. So if starting from the ancient padding all the way down all of these items, because I've just put them on now, so it's a 30-day sale time, you know, until everybody's purchased them, I'll make 44.3k if these all sell. So that gives me a profit of 57k, meaning I've lost 1,000 silver. So if you can consistently only lose a couple of thousand silver each time you're doing this and have the potential to make a lot of money, because if, like I say, if you get more of those druidic ancient padding things. These are the 15k ones. So if you were to get 6 of those, you know, you're going to easily make your money with everything else that you would get. So I'm showing you the low end, the very entry point. You know, aim to get it for between 1,200 to 1,500 per artifact. If you can get it lower, fantastic. If you can get it for free because you've done a dungeon run, even better. You're not losing anything then. Because as you've seen, if you get the 40 items, and you can get them between 1,200 and 1,500, I only lost 1,000 gold, silver. And if you'd gotten 20 of your artifacts through doing random dungeons and bought 20 to make the 40, you wouldn't have lost anything. I think if you buy, it's not a case of thinking, I've tested it. If you buy, at one time I bought 100 ghastly arrows when they were really cheap, I salvaged it all down, got like 60k in silver. I think I spent 150k total, got 60k in silver, and then got really lucky on some of the rolls, and I ended up making like 210k. So if you can translate that into a higher tier, and you can afford to buy it and, you know, use this method, it just means that your potential earnings are somewhat greater than your potential loss. You know, there's a greater chance of you making your money back than there is losing it. But it is a gamble, so only do this if you can afford to do it, and, you know, just keep enough money to the side, or go out and gather if you do decide to fully commit to this. But just keep enough money to the side and, you know, be able to continue doing your random dungeons or PvP or whatever it is you enjoy doing. But I just wanted to touch on this because obviously there's a lot of videos going out there. I just wanted to come in with the entry level and, you know, show you guys how to do it, and that there is money to be made, there is a potential. So let me know what you guys think. Give it a try, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Slang out. See you later, all.